Right. Welcome everyone to Karnov Tonight number 4. I put these tournaments on hold for a bit, but we're back. Hopefully, we'll see how things go in the coming couple months between Vortex Gallery and Carnovember, and hopefully, people start playing this game more because it's been one of my favorites for a while. All right, start the bracket. I guess I'll have to play Fake now since Jacob Drag said he wants to finish his first of 5. But yeah, after that's going to be Jacob Drag versus Big Bean Knockout. So whenever Jacob Drag is done, All right, so this is going to be first to 2 until the top 3. All right, where it looks like everything's working here. Guess I'll roll with Marstorius for this one.
Round 1, fight!
Oh shit, it's a lot of damage. Okay, that's a pretty good first way to start it off.
Marstorius wins! Round 2, fight!
Is that gonna hit? Not quite, I don't think.
Marstorius wins!
Yeah, Lee's damage can get kind of crazy in this. See that my little Discord chat thing's missing. I'll fix that in a second. Oh, good reversal. Oh, good whiff punish. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this matchup, if Mars feels like playing lame, can get pretty bad.
Marstorius wins! Round 2,
Okay, there we go. No, that's command grab for sure.
Marstorius wins!
And there you have it. All right, this game is very late to count scores. Whoops, whatever. Bikeade rank doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, and Jacob Drag. Cool. That's going to be Jacob Drag versus BigBean.gov. Again, first to 2. Yeah, Fightcade tends to have these weird sound card hiccups on a lot of games. I'm not totally sure what the deal is. Ooh, this is big damage. But yeah, Big Bean has been a friend of the stream recently, and picking up this game, you know, she's got a pretty good understanding of it, I think. I know she's starting out with Ray, which is probably the one of the best characters to pick up, just because he's got a pretty well-rounded game, I think, between having an awesome fireball, one of the silliest reversals I've ever seen in wheel kick, and a good combo ender in dynamite tackle. It's pretty much, you combine all those things and you've got a character who maybe doesn't do the highest damage in the game, but his damage is still respectable. His fireball game's probably the best, maybe up there with like Young Me, Matlock. He really doesn't miss out on anything.
Samchai wins!
But, you know, of all the characters, I guess Samchai is pretty well equipped to fight him, because he's got a similarly good fireball. And, you know, Tiger Knee can be annoying for anyone to deal with. But especially when you, like, if you don't have, like, a command grab or something, then it can be tricky to punish. The main thing is that if he does it and he's within throw range, you are throwing him. Like, he doesn't really have anything else to do. But if he's like spaced outside of throw range, then yeah, that whole situation becomes kind of RPS, because you can do Tiger Knee again and that's invincible. But I'm pretty sure Ray Wheel Kick will beat it out at that point. Nice, good air to air. And yeah, that's the main thing in this matchup. Samchai gets deprived of being able to sweep into Fireball, because Ray can just wheel kick that reliably. We'll see if Jacob Drake's able to adjust to that, but it seems like it's just working every time. Oh yeah, right there. If someone gets air reset by a wheel kick, you're generally positioned to get a mix-up on them, which can be, you know, can hit pretty hard for Ray. Okay. There's a really good trade on Big Bean's part.
Ray wins!
Yeah, things have been kept pretty even in this set. It's nice. And the thing is, despite Samchai being kind of the, I guess, poster balanced mid-tier of this game, he's almost got everything you need in a character. The main weird things about him are, I mean, I guess his throw is kind of weak. He lacks chainable normals, but he has it on crouching light kick, which is probably the most important one. And I guess it's like really, his reversals are both kind of janky in their own right. And his damage isn't impressive. It's good. Like, there are characters with worse stun punishes than him, but there are a lot of characters better stun punishes than him. And because he's so easy to stun, a lot of the top tier matchups come down to, like, he effectively gets a touch of death in a game that generally lacks them, outside of a couple corner cases. So it's like, if you're Zazzy or Lee, you're not getting touch of death except by either Karnov Infinite or Mizoguchi Tatsu loops, which Karnov Infinite isn't necessarily difficult, but I feel like it's tricky to set up reliably.
Samchai wins! Round 2, fight! Wheel kick! Tigo go! Wheel kick! Tigo go! Soko! Wheel kick! Tigo go! Soko! Wheel kick! Tigo go!
Yeah, so far, I could see Big Bean taking it as long as she can keep up in the early game, because really it seems like Jacob Drag is just eating a lot of free wheel kicks. Oh, okay, this is getting dicey. Oh, rip, yeah. That situation's kind of tricky, because again, if he does knee and you're in chip range, he's got... Chipping out with reversals in this game is honestly one of the main threats you're going to see. At that point, you kind of have to roll the dice, and either you wheel kick to counter that, or you know, they block that and punish you anyway. Okay, first up we'll get DJ Veres versus Jacob Drag. Allow me to update the headers here, and we're good to go. But yeah, this game is bound to go pretty quickly, especially given that we're seeing a good chunk of the top tier cast represented. I'm curious to see this matchup. Yeah, because I wasn't sure who DJ Vest was going with. Yeah, I guess he kind of goes around the cast. I feel like this matchup is kind of very illustrative of Samchai's problems in this game, yet there's a cross-up. That almost killed, and it's on its own. Like, very basically bread and butter does like 50%. If you want to go ahead and master his super, the link-off super will probably do like 60%, 70%. If you're in the corner, you get it a lot easier because you can just link into crouching heavy punch. But if not, you can always do the super long dash punch that'll combo off that, because it pretty much combos off anything. Oh yeah, that should be dead. Oh. Yeah, like that Tiger knee just back there would have been a throw. Now we'll see if Jacob Drake's able to make a miracle happen here, but I think at some point DJ Best is just going to take that one sliver of life that he needs. Oh, maybe not. Oh my god, this is really coming down to the wire. Alright, good cross-up. The trick... Yeah, the trick, if you can call it that, is just neutral jump over fireball so that they can't throw another one immediately, and then do a long dash punch, and, you know, they'll be pretty hard-pressed to defend for it. Yeah, at least super input's weird, and it's like, well, it's deserved, for sure. Yeah, looks like DJ Vest is trying to figure out the safe jump here against Samchai. And it's definitely possible to safe jump reversals in this game, but a lot of them are like frame, I want to say 4, so they're kind of tricky. Some characters like Jean, Marstorius, I think, have like 6 frame reversals, which are a bit easier to safe jump. Oh, yeah, this is dead. I think so. Oh, yeah, the classic. Throw out the up kick after dash punch, because that's like -1, I think. All right, gotcha. So that's going to be 2-0. And then I'll have to play against Sky and Flame, and then we can take a look at loser's bracket. Now, I think I've seen Gunflame on Sam Show 5 Special. I guess I might be willing to pull out the lead for this one. Oh, Zazzy. Okay, that's interesting.
Round one.
I feel like this matchup's kind of anything goes. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right, he can punish that with hands. Ooh. Nice. Oh, I'm dead. Nice, good call.
Zazzy wins.
This matchup's probably dead even, but things can go wrong so quickly. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be big damage. Nice.
Zazzy wins.
Yeah, Zazzy can really just lay on the frame traps. Alright, there we go. Almost forgot where my start button was for a sec. Oh, I tried to throw him. Messed that up. Ooh, I totally stole that. Alright.
Lee wins. Round two. Fight.
Oh, I shouldn't have done crushing light kick there. Got a little greedy and that cost me the game. Yeah, Gunflame knows his stuff for sure.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, okay. Still in there.
Lee wins. Zazzy. Round one. Fight.
Oh, I didn't think neutral jump light kick would beat that. Okay. Oh, nice. I tried to sweep there. You don't see a lot of Zazzy throw out that standing heavy kick, but in this matchup especially, it's kind of nice because it'll hit Lee's weak spot, which not a lot of moves do. Oh, nice. Ah, yep. My fault. Oh, the trade. That's unfortunate. GG's.
Zazie wins.
All right, there we go. It was a really good set. Let's see. It was 2-1. Great. So I'm gonna let you guys wait for a bit, but I'll have Jacob Drag versus Fake up next. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed with the character variety we've seen so far. I don't think, well, I guess technically me and Fake both played Lee, but other than that, we've seen unique characters so far. That's pretty nice. I've always been really optimistic about balance in these games because I think Marstorius can be considered a real character if he's got a winning matchup against Lee and I'd say even, but that might be playing it, even matchup against Zazie.
Round one.
I feel like his matchup against, Karnov isn't bad either. Karnov is the one character who, he has kind of the Super Turbo Dictator problem, where he doesn't have a conventional reversal. Dictator, I think, technically has some moves that are, invincible on startup, but can't really be used as a reversal, and that's exactly where Balloon is, right? It's invincible, but because it doesn't attack until, frame 25 or something, you can easily just trap him and, punish the Balloon if he goes for it.
Samchai wins. Round two. Fight.
Alright, so this matchup, again, I talk about how bad it is for Samchai, but if he can kind of get Lee in a position where it's hard for him to get over fireballs and, it really doesn't look that bad. Main thing is that, he is pretty good about punishing you if you're jumping forward over fireballs. Like I said, you really have to come to rely on neutral jump. If you're at maybe about half screen away or slightly further, that's the perfect spot for you to neutral jump, and then you have the threat of super dash punch coming through. Alternatively, you just do it on round start, and if you clock him at round start, assuming he doesn't go for knee, of course, then you might just win the match there. But that's the thing, right? Besides the weirdness of having one chainable normal, Samchai is a pretty functional character. He's certainly no Super Turbo Blanca, where you're kind of fighting for scraps. And yeah, his mix-ups are credible too. You are going to have trouble blocking some of his left rights. He's got cross-up air buttons, just like everyone else. Ooh. Good block on the reversal there from Jacob Drag.
Samchai wins. Lead. Round one. Fight.
And I'd also like to say again, Vortex Gallery is coming up We're still in the process of scheduling things out, although it looks like, honestly, things are going to be coming together pretty quickly. So I'd imagine the next, I don't know, week or two, we'll have our final schedule for all the games. I'm going to be running Karnov's Revenge alongside a bunch of other games. In alphabetical, they're Cyberbots, Double Dragon for the Neo Geo. Again, a sort of a hidden gem favorite of mine. Karnov's Revenge, which we've got here. Samurai Showdown 3, which again, that game means a lot to me. So we'll see if people come out for that, because it's always a very funny thing for people to learn about Sam Show 3 for the first time. And Suiko Enbu, which is a game I haven't seen run, except for a couple times by a friend from Finland, actually. So he was kind of my source for a bit of the rule sets, and considering there's a character in that game that could be banned if a certain setting is disabled. Although suffice to say, we're setting it up at turbo speed, and with the special guard on, no one has to be banned. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put together some like video tutorials soon about those games. Or at least like a stream looking at kind of what the basics are and what you need to know about this game. Because Suiko Enbu especially is such a mysterious little game that I think kind of combines DNA from like Samurai Showdown, combo heavy games like, I guess, Vampire or Ragnargard. Ooh. Okay, this got really interesting. Looks like Fake has tied it up 1-1. The other thing with, obviously, Karnov's Revenge is I am going to be figuring things out for Karnovember this year. I feel like lately the game hasn't been getting as much shine as I think it deserves. So I'm thinking of new ways to kind of approach it, aside from just hosting tournaments and stuff. I mean, I would definitely like to run a low-tier bracket for the game, but, you know, I think I can do something more creative than that. And hopefully it also involves inspiring people to bring the game offline. Because that's really where it's at its best, I think. Because it's a lot better when you're kind of sharing the craziness of this game with people, I think. Anyway, it looks like Jacob Jake's really starting to put the pressure on to hopefully shake up Fake at this point. Oh yeah, this could be the game right here. Oh, that's very close. Nice standing heavy kick. You don't see Lee's far heavy kick very often, but it's actually got a pretty good hitbox. It's just the recovery's kind of whack. Right, so that was 2-1. I guess I'll be playing Big B at this point. So I can just challenge. What am I? There we go. It's going to be first to 2. And then after that, I'll get winners finals between DJ Vest and Gunflame up next. Try out Gene. I've been meaning to put some more time into this character. Oh, I somehow missed that. Oh, that was supposed to be hands. Oh. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Ray
Yeah, I'm still having a little
wins.
trouble hitting those hands inputs.
Round two. Fight. Big
Oh,
tornado.
nice.
Big tornado. Dynamite. Dynamite. Big tornado. Will kick. Big tornado. Big tornado.
Oh, nice. I thought that was going to cross up.
Will kick. Will kick. Will kick. Dynamite. Big tornado. Big tornado. Dynamite.
Oh, wow. All right, nice.
All right. Ray wins.
Yeah, it's probably lead time.
Round one. Fight. Jeju. Jeju. Yeah. Will kick. Dynamite. Jeju. Big tornado. Jeju. Big tornado. Jeju. Will kick. Big tornado. Dynamite.
Oh, nice. I'm stunned.
Jeju. Jeju. Yeah. Jeju. Jeju. Twinkle tie. Hup. Lee wins. Round two. Fight. Will kick. Jeju. Jeju. Jeju big tornado. Jeju. Twinkle tie. Will kick. Jeju. Jeju. Yeah. Will kick. Dynamite. Jeju. Yeah. Big tornado. Will kick.
Oh,
Dynamite. Jeju. Jeju. Big tornado. Big tornado. Big tornado. Big tornado. Jeju. Will kick. Big tornado. Big tornado. Big tornado. Dynamite.
oh, nice.
Yeah. Ray wins. Final round. Fight.
Anti-airing in this game weirdly difficult, I think.
Jeju. Jeju. Will kick.
Nice.
Jeju. Jeju tornado. Dynamite. Jeju. Yeah. Twinkle tie. Big tornado. Jeju. Twinkle tie. Will kick. Jeju. Yeah. Jeju. Jeju. Will kick. Big tornado. Big tornado. Dynamite. Jeju. Twinkle tie. Jeju. Will kick. Jeju. Jeju. Will kick. Twinkle tie. Will kick.
Oh, tried to backdash.
Big tornado. Dynamite. Jeju. Jeju. 显心下士。
Oh, that was really close.
Lee wins.
This matchup's really funny because again, both characters certainly give each other trouble. I feel like it's kind of like a boxer versus Dawson in ST, where it's like, well,
Jeju. Will Jeju. Big tornado. Jeju. Big tornado. Yeah. Jeju. Yeah. Jeju. Big tornado. Big tornado. Jeju. Jeju. Will kick. Jeju.
Oh, that could have been a game.
Dynamite. Will kick. Twinkle tie. Stretch it. Ah. Hup. Lee wins. Round 2. Fight. Will kick. Stretch it.
Oh, I messed up the super input.
Twinkle tie. Stretch it. Twinkle tie. Will kick. Stretch it.
Oh, there we go. Good games.
Lee wins.
All right, so that was 2-1. But again, thanks for playing. That was a very close set. I definitely need to work on my gene, though. I've been trying to kind of, I guess, as an ambassador of this game, if you want to call it that, get familiar with as much of the cast as I can. Similar to like a Golden Shades or players like that. But Gene is definitely a character I kind of struggled to play. I think I'm going to get winners finals, like I said, DJ Vezra's Gunflame. Allow me to update that on the stream. Okay.
Round 1.
See what DJ Best goes with. That's Lee. All right. Yeah, maybe he'll be able to, keep his wits about him more than I did in this matchup. Oh, that almost looked like a cross-up. I don't know if that was a Zazzy-specific thing or if it's just weird collisions going on. Oh, that's tough, yeah. Oh, that could have been... All right. Still takes the game. I think with someone like Lee specifically, like, you really want to make sure your stun punishes are down, because if Lee has the opportunity, he will bring the game back from 50% or worse. The other thing that makes this matchup kind of silly is, besides hands potentially hitting the weak spot as it does there, so does Hellfire, which is, again, something most characters hitting Lee's weak spot is something a lot of characters struggle with. Also, this lobby is more active than it usually is. I guess that's because it's a weekend, but still, see a good variety of US and UK, Dominican Republic, and a couple people from regions like China and Argentina. Right, DJ Vest on Samchai this time, but yeah, it's gonna become clear why this matchup isn't the best. I suppose having a fireball is a lot more comforting than being in Lee's position, where you kind of have to go hand to hand with Zazzy, which is something no character really wants to do. But I think things can just snowball so quickly for both characters. Wow. Can snowball so quickly for both Lee and Zazzy that it doesn't really matter. It might be a 6-4 matchup, but it doesn't feel like it. Oh my god, yeah, and then the little toe tap for this stun is just feels a little disrespectful. This is a 1st to 3, however. Oh,
接住一呀住我
rip.
Zazie wins. Round 2, fight. 接住住我接住
Yeah, Gunflame's kind of been keeping DJ Vest at bay with hands there, and that's kind of the toughest thing to deal with. But especially because like Lee has this kind of weird thing where it's like his combos are good, but you can't really confirm something from a range the same way Ray or Karnov can. So if he's trying to outpoke hands, he's not really comboing that into knockdown like the other characters.
Zazie
So
wins.
that can pose kind of a challenge in this matchup. And that's going to be a 3-0 for Gunflame. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it goes with lack of region lock. But I don't really feel good like region locking events for this game because again, it's such a small game to begin with, and a lot of our best players, frankly, are located in South America, and it doesn't feel right kind of gating them off from something like this. But you know that's just the best you can do with online events, I think. If this were a game like Vampire Savior or something, I'd probably feel fine with it, region locking it, but as it is right now, I don't really want to go down that route. Right, next up I'm going to have to play Fake. Going to be first to 2. I think it's very funny that we're playing again, but I'll be fair to everyone watching and not do Marstoriously again.
Round 1, fight. 接住一呀接住一呀血腥下士接住接住接住接住接住一呀接住哈
Oh, nice. Damn, my fault.
Lee wins. Round 2, fight. 接住接住哈接住接接一呀接住一呀对空台接住哈血腥下士接住接住哈接住哈接住接住一呀接住血腥下士接住接住接住接住
I tried to upkick there, but I missed the input, I think.
Lee wins. Lee. Round 1, fight. 接住接住接住接住接住接住哈推空台推空台接住接住哈接住一呀接住一呀接住接住哈推空台接住血腥下士
Oh,
遮住，哎呀，
good. Yeah, that's games.
wins. Round 2, fight. 遮住，遮住，哈，推空台，推空台，
Oh, I'm dead.
遮住，哈，遮住，
Nice. GG's.
Lee wins.
I think that set was like 5 minutes, maybe less. Right, so that was duo fake. Gonna be losers finals DJ Best versus fake.
Lee. Victorious. Round
Okay,
1,
well,
fight.
rip. I guess I'd kind of given DJ Vest the answer here, based on my playing this matchup. We'll say for my money though, you actually don't want to be using Marstorius Crouching Light Punch, in my opinion, because it's got a little less range than his Standing Light Punch. And as a result, that means it's easier for Lee to sneak in hits with either his heavies, potentially even his dash punch at pretty specific spacings. Because if he uses the super version of dash punch or quarter circle forward back punch, those have a better hitbox than the regular versions. They actually outrange his jabs a little bit too. Oh yeah, the other thing, you kind of don't want to be jumping against Lee because he has no trouble at all hitting a weak spot.
Lee wins.
But yeah, this matchup significantly lower investment in this game than most other characters versus Lee, because again, you can command grab punish his Rekkas on block. You usually dictate the pace in neutral, and your sweep also hits his weak point, so you don't have a lot of problem on that front either. Okay, command grab, nice.
Victorious wins.
And the other thing that's beautiful is like your command grab leads into probably the easiest mix I've ever seen in a fighting game. It's very funny. Zangief in ST, like, he does green hand after his 360, and like, he kind of has to tick throw you and force you to respect him. In this game, you just do command grab, you do tiger, light tiger there, and then you go for a cross up, or you can go for an empty jump low, or another command grab if they're really focused on trying to block you. Okay. This is certainly doable for DJ Vest. Oh, snatched out of the Tiger Lariat. That's tough.
Lee wins. Victorious. Round 1, fight. Tiger. 推空台， double German. 推空台， Tiger. 遮住，哈，遮住， Tiger.
I don't know about the moonsault. This is tough. One errant crouching light kick could easily put this back in Fate's hands. Or Fake.
台，推空台，推空台，
Oh, this game is a gift that keeps on giving.
Wins.
Yeah, that was a bit of a dicey trade, but
Tiger. Tiger.
yeah, that actually gives me reason to talk about one of the big differences in Karnov Revenge Revolution, the ROM hack that's been going around and getting a lot of hype for good reason, to be honest. Besides buffing the low tiers and all that, it also makes it so that your stun persists between rounds. So if you've had your weak spot popped, it does not come back in Revolution. It does in this game. And that's actually kind of a good change because it means that you're not potentially getting dizzied and killed both rounds like you do in this game. I think I still love this game a lot. I think some of the Revolution characters are buffed in weird ways. Wedge smartly compared Phelan in that game to Milia and Guilty Gear because Phelan's Air Fireball, the heavy version of Air Mantis Claw or whatever it's called, is an overhead that is also now low recovery enough to be a combo starter. And it's also very hard to react to. I think it's like 15 frames, so she's essentially got Bad Moon. But on the other hand, you know, it's a fun game that you can interact with people a lot more because stun is not nearly as devastating. So it's got its pros and cons, I think. And like, I try to, you know, say how I feel about that game without bias, because obviously I love this version, the game that got released to arcades and all that. But I don't think like what I'm saying comes from a place of simply playing the top tiers and not wanting to have the game be more balanced, because I also play Marstorius, I also like Sam Chai and Ryoko and Matlock in this game. Yeah. Yo, thanks for pulling up National Chris. You know, I'm always saying this game's one of my favorites. It's probably not my most played game in like the past couple months. That's usually goes to Cyberbots or Sam Show, but I think this game is one that I will never get tired of playing. And that's kind of the best praise you can give to a fighting game, I think. Right. Looks like DJ Vest is kind of caught on to Fake's tricks. Let's see if he's able to dramatically turn around this set. Throw? Yeah, nice reversal from DJ Vest there. But yeah, by that token, the stuff I'm planning for Karnovember, hopefully I'll find ways to involve other games besides Karnov Revenge, such as my friend T5 and Kamikaze's Fighters History Dynasties, which is a game that's Ikemen based, so I don't know if it's got rollback yet, or if it's going to be a Parsec game. Maybe Mizuguchi Kikiapats, the Super Nintendo soft sequel that, because of space limitations, cuts some of the characters, but also has you know, different stages and new moves and cool stuff like that. And maybe other Data East developed games that Karnov has appeared in that aren't necessarily fighting games. And besides that, more content focusing on why the game's cool, how to play. It'll be interesting, I think. Yeah, these last couple games have been super close. It'd be interesting to see where things go from here. 1 point on the board for Fake. Good to actually play something with Fake, because I know Fake mostly as a third strike player, and so far I haven't really found my place in third strike. I think obviously that game is awesome. I love watching it, but playing it I never really felt the game the way people do. But I've tried to be very open-minded about games, because I feel like a lot of the people, especially in Japan, who are playing smaller games like this, are kind of playing everything. Like when I found out that, you know, Bomb or I'm trying to remember the name of this one guy. I know Hibachi Final when he was in Japan was talking about this one Rumblefish player he played, who he also played Karnov's Revenge with, and it's like, oh, well, that's really interesting actually that people are playing games as different as Third Strike and Rumblefish and Karnov's Revenge all together. Yeah, that's gonna be 3-1 for Fake. The mirror is very hard to play, I think, as it kind of you kind of don't have an obvious answer to Lee's Rekka stuff. I think weirdly, Lee's light punches are actually kind of short ranged compared to a lot of characters, even though his heavy buttons are obviously nuts, his heavy punches. All right, let me update the stream and then we'll have Fake versus Gunflame. So that'll be Fake coming in from loser side, Gunflame coming from winner side. There we go. Now, when you guys join in the game, give me a minute to just update the sides in the stream layout. Oh, so that's a bot. I see Gunflame marked as playing something. I don't know what. I'm not sure if that's an issue on my end. Yeah, he's just playing. That that's a funny bug. Uh, all right. Let me know if you guys can get your match started, I guess. Yeah, I hope this isn't going to cause problems. Uh, well, this is kind of stupid. I don't know what to do here. Let me. Well, Fight let me open this hypothetical game. Okay, there's no option to spectate. I mean, I'm willing to wait, but I guess if we don't, if he doesn't get out of there by like 8:20, I'm gonna have to call this off. I don't know what to do. I c- yeah, that'll be about 15 minutes. I guess in the meantime, I can go to detail in what I'm thinking for Car November. So number one, I'm gonna put together a little handbook guide like I did for cyberbots. What I've been doing for the last couple years for cyberbots is whenever I go to a major like Frosty Faustings or Combo Breaker or the Montreal events that we had in the past, I usually I kind of wrote up a starter guide for the game that I would print out in these little what's the term, half letter, so like 8.5 by 5. It's pretty much just a paper folded in half. So it's very nice and compact, would fit into your backpack or a little book bag or whatever. And I'd print out a handful of copies of that and kind of distribute them at the majors. Usually I'd give them for free to people who entered the bracket or for maybe $5, $10 for people who didn't enter the bracket. And that was a fun thing we had. And I'm thinking of making one of those for Karnov Revenge and kind of distributing the PDF for that so people can print out their own and run it at their locals. Because I really do want to get people playing this game offline as well. I'm going to try and coordinate with people who run offline events. Well, that's a fair suggestion, Jacob Drag. I think it doesn't really make a difference though. If he's still in the lobby here, which it looks like he is, then he can see my pings and reply to them, right? But yeah. So number one is getting that booklet ready, sending it to people, and organizing online or offline events with people. And I think to kind of encourage that more, maybe we can have people like submit their grand finals, and I can commentate it together with maybe T5 or someone else who's really passionate about the game, so we can kind of show people like, hey, people are having fun with this game everywhere. Kind of make it a more community involved event. Number two is going to be more content relating to like playing the game. The significance of player one and player two sides probably a good one. Uh, and the third thing is like looking back on sort of big important events in the scene because I feel like some scenes are very good about keeping their history circulating. I think of all the stuff that Rizwan, aka Super Lore Boys, has done for Super Turbo. Him and Turbo Annihilator, who has been uploading, scanning, ripping VHS tapes of offline events that were recorded, stuff for like the Alpha 2, Alpha 3 era, which is really cool and impressive that he's been uploading to YouTube and the Internet Archive. So events of that scale that I'm kind of looking for are like, I was thinking about interviewing some of the players who went to from France who went to Japan. I think it was in 2016 or something. They went to Japan to play a first to 10, and that first to 10 was kind of a wash. But I think more important than like what happened in that game was like why they chose to travel to Japan at that point. The players that were involved and like how they'd been playing the game up till that point. France is kind of one of like the last bastions of, I guess, active arcade culture, along with Japan, obviously. Like Japan still has active arcades, and I think France people kind of get together and play the game in like local arcades and garages and people's houses and stuff. Just a second. So yeah, I'd like to interview people who have been in the scene for a lot longer than I have and see kind of what their perspective is on this game, see who's still playing. So again, number one is those booklets and offline events. Number two is like the historical events, player interviews, stuff like that. Or I guess number two is just like content related to playing the game. So like mix-ups, player one and player two differences, stuff like that. Because I feel like most people know about the player one and player two differences, but not a lot of people know what they actually are. Like who has cross-ups that only work for P1, who really benefits from the P2 extra frame advantage. And then, yeah, the third thing is going to be those player interviews. Besides that, we've obviously got a couple tournaments coming up. We've got Vortex Gallery, which I'm hoping to be in November. There's no guarantee it will actually fall in November because they have like 100+ brackets to coordinate. Because they've got some games have multiple region locked brackets. Like I believe Street Fighter 6 has a bracket for Europe and the Middle East, as well as one for North America. I think a bunch of the anime games like Blaze Blue and Plus R have different region locked brackets and stuff like that. But yeah, Vortex Gallery, you can find all that information here. I'll just put it in the chat. But VG has been one of the best events I've worked with. I think I was so glad to get my foot in the door. Like I want to say 3-4 years back at this point with their online events, because me and Shibarizu go way back. We kind of met each other online through Samurai Showdown 3. Again, that game sucks. It's stupid. It's very funny. You shouldn't take it too seriously. But it is a beautiful game that means a lot to me. I started streaming because of it. I still try to kind of convince people to play it every once in a while. And even though it's not going to have like a consistent active scene outside of Japan, I think that it's still cool. And like I aspire to go to arcades and play the game at some point. But Sam Show 3 led to me meeting Shib and running a few online events with him kind of at the peak of like the pandemic, early like 2020 to 2021, where we would run his event, Nothing But Net Play, that he would run under the new banner of GBL, Gotta Be Legend, which was the company that kind of started in order to take control of Mizumi Wiki once it changed hands from trying to remember the tag of the guy who used to run Mizumi. I think was Belresa or something like that. Oh, okay, Gunflame's free. I see Gunflame's free actually. Anyway, where was I? So I meet Shib. We run some online events for stuff. I think we did, Karnav's Revenge, Sam Show 3, King of Fighters 2000, and some other games that he personally liked a lot. Like he would run Actress Again Current Code. He would run Fight of Animals. That game was really one of his favorites that I think he's still happy to see has like an active scene going on. But eventually he got like much more involved with the Vortex Gallery team, formerly Animivo. And I think it was largely through him that I was able to kind of work my way up as a player in TO in order to get into Vortex Gallery. And I got a few games into the first one. I believe it was like Dankuga, Samsho 3, Karnav's Revenge. Actually, I think Karnav's was not in that initial group. All right, set is really starting here, so I'm gonna focus on that for the time being. Nice, yeah, Hellfire is just one crazy move to have to deal with. And in this matchup in particular, I think the RPS is extra in Zazzy's favor because he's going to hit Lee's weak spot. And it's like, the best Lee can do is go for his own reversal there, and it's like, well, it's not one of the harder to punish reversals in the game, so kind of doesn't feel like there's any good position for him to be in once Zazzy really starts rolling. But yeah, I had a brief KOF 2000 phase in there. Some other games I played really early on that I'm kind of glad I did in that era were like Real About Fatal Fury 1, because that game is, again, very goofy. And it made me a lot more chill about like being forced into bad situations in fighting games, because it's like in that game, well, you can be put into a ring out from basically, it doesn't matter how much health you've got. As long as they hit you against the back wall a couple times, you have the potential to get ringed out. And you can block in the corner, but you try to like quickly juke them out and go into the lanes, or you try to jump over them and they tap you with a jab and you're out of bounds all of a sudden. I think, playing these goofy games has made me no less of a serious competitor. It's just, well, when a game doesn't have too much of an active fan base, it can be hard to kind of grind it out. That was a big problem I experienced with Cyberbots, where Cyberbots had a pretty small scene of, I'd say, like 10 to 15 active players, if I was being optimistic. And now you can easily look at like 30 to 40. Generally if someone pings in the Cyberbots Discord, there'll be someone around to answer, and the skill gap won't be crazy high. I remember back in like 2020, 2021, I tried to play against like K-Jock or Hilder, and they'd kind of mop the floor with me because they understood the game and I didn't. And that's really what it's about. Like, I don't need my games to be as popular as Super Turbo or Vampire Savior. I just want it to have a good vibe and have it so that, like, there are people playing at varying levels. You can find games pretty easily as long as you're willing to, stick with the game and understand all its quirks. Anyway, this is looking like it might be Ganflame's game right here, unless Fake can pull a crazy reversal. Oh, yeah, that's tough. I believe Hands is, in fact, fast enough to be a true punish on Lee's dash punch, because it's a one-frame startup. But even if it's not, that's usually a pretty good spot to play the RPS from. Anyway, that'll be the tournament right there. So I hope everyone had fun. I know there was some lag to deal with, and that's never pleasant, but that is part of the, comes with the territory of running online events. Anyway, y'all take care. I'm going to find someone to raid that's playing fighting games tonight, and I'll see you again Tuesday. I think for Tuesday I'm going to run Aggressors of Dark Combat, or rather, I'm not gonna like do a tournament. I'm just going to kind of explore the game and see what the hell's going on with that game, because I could never figure out how to tech throws or trigger certain throws over others. And that game does have a bracket and vortex gallery. It's part of the Fraud Crews lineup, the same guys who run Street Fighter the movie and some other quirky games. Yeah. Oh, there goes Pilot. Cool to see that you were watching. Yeah, ADK, weird game. I kind of like what's got going on because, like, it's fun to mash around in, and like having a sort of fighting beat 'em up is really unique. But it's not the best game. I can see why people bounce off it. But yeah, we'll figure that out on Tuesday. See you later.